The idea of becoming an undercover saint is very subversive in lots of ways to ourselves. And it's the undercover part. That's the bit that's very eroding on the inside of unconsciousness. Because we all want to be seen to be kind and giving and loving, because we all have this feeling that we're not. We've all had it put into us at a very early age that there's something fundamentally a bit off with us. It's everywhere. It's in most religions, but even religion aside, it's just culturally we have this feeling of, left to our own devices, we'll just become very cruel and be like hard on each other. People kind of go, oh, Lord of the Rings, it's like Lord of the Rings. And Lord of the Rings is like, or not Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Flies. It's like Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Rings is a different thing. That would be a different connotation. But people kind of go, yeah, it was, they got stuck in this place and then it turned into Lord of the Flies. Like, that's what's going to happen with humans when you put them together. Or there's a famous experiment that was done with students, college students. I think it was Berkeley, could be wrong, somewhere in America, California. And they separated the students into inmates and like prison wardens. And within 4 days, the experiment had to be stopped because the wardens became so cruel and inhumane to the inmates and so on. And this feeling of like, yeah, fundamentally we're pretty awful, left to our own devices, base human nature and all that kind of thing. None of which is true. None of which is actually true. There's a great book by Rutger Bregman called Humankind, where he goes into, he kind of goes, I have a feeling that's not true. Now let me apply my academic brain to finding out if it is actually true. And he, goes into the Lord of the Flies thing, and that it's a fiction, and he talks about the author and how the author's psychological state, let's put it like that, in a kind of way. Then he found actual schoolboys that were trapped on an island in off the coast of Tonga, I think it was. And a beautiful story, how they helped each other through this very difficult thing. They were lost for a long time, and how they're still friends today, and they're in their 60s, I think, now, and they meet, and they've got this deep bond with each other. Okay, that's the real Lord of the Flies. That's what you and I are actually like. Same with the famous Berkeley experiment. It was all very contrived. When you get into it, it's not actually true. But it supports this idea of, oh yeah, fundamentally we're all right, and you have it and I have it. This feeling of like, yeah, deep down I'm pretty awful, right? So becoming an undercover saint is a great way of giving your day meaning. That's true. But it also is a way, you do that for a year of doing profound kindnesses for people or animals or plants or the planet or anything. And don't tell anybody. Don't tell a soul, so that it's just between you and you. And you'll find that erodes that deep feeling of something's a bit off, it could be better, it could be whatever, because you're seeing it and you're not doing it it's not a performative, look at how kind I am, look at how lovely I am, or anything like that. That's the importance of not telling anybody about it. You're quietly, giving people a bit of money, giving people a bit of help, leaving things for people. I mean, when you apply your creativity to it, you can come up with all these fantastic ways of being an undercover saint. And no one will know. And you're not doing it for anybody else, but you're doing it because what'll happen is you'll be eroding this feeling of, I'm a bit off, underneath it all. You'll be eroding that, and then you'll also realize, I'm really enjoying this. There's something deeply satisfying about doing this. It's speaking to a very deep part of me, and I'm really enriched by this. I mean, I just gave that person 20 whatevers, dollars, euros, vegetables, whatever. They don't know it was me. So they got the vegetables, but I got this thing inside me I got to see something about myself. That thing is not true. I'm actually good. I'm very good. Look at it. I've been doing it all year, this kind of thing. So, strongly encourage you to become an undercover saint. Try it. Try it for a year. And if it doesn't work, feel free to write to me and let me know. I tried that undercover saint thing. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't feel any better. Okay, you can let me know about that. But I suspect it will go the other way, and I'd like to hear about that as well. You can let me know how great it goes. So yeah, Undercover Saint, highly recommend it.